At demonstrations across France and even inside the United Nations, unprecedented resistance is growing to Israel's attempted genocide in Gaza. The United Nations Human Rights Council just demanded a halt in all arms sales to Israel and called for Israel to be held accountable for possible war crimes and crimes against humanity. That marks the first time the UN's top rights body has taken a position on the horrific Israeli invasion.
An arms embargo is the first step, but the final step must be to cut all relations with Israel. Israel is a cancer which was fabricated in the Middle East by Europeans, and no one should support it. Israel has been an injustice since its very beginning, and not only over the last 6 months.
The West has a two-faced way of speaking regarding Gaza. On one hand, they pretend to cry about the many dead innocents and children in Gaza, but on the other hand, they continue to send arms to Israel to do the killing. The hypocrisy of Western governments, but even more so of many Arab governments, is simply unbearable.
115 French opposition lawmakers, or 20% of parliament, demanded that President Emmanuel Macron halt arms sales to Israel as well. Paris claims only defensive weapons are exported to Israel, but the parliamentarians say even those arms sales should be stopped. Last week it was revealed that a French company sent nearly a ton of machine gun parts to Israel last October, and for the type of clearly non-defensive weapon which has been used in massacres of Palestinians. Even though sending arms to Israel now is against international law, as they are clearly being used in violation of international humanitarian law, few expect Macron will follow the path set by Italy, Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Canada.
It's a great move on their part. It's a good vote on their part, but it won't get any traction. Not from the government, not from the Macron and his criminals, war criminals.
Israel's multinational war has now reached 6 months. Indiscriminate Israeli bombing and aggression has killed some 34,000 people and wounded 80,000 others in Gaza, the West Bank, and Lebanon. 60% of Gaza's homes and buildings have been destroyed, as well as 70% of hospitals, 90% of schools, and some 230 mosques and churches. Half of Gaza is facing catastrophic food insecurity, while 30% of children under the age of 2 are acutely malnourished, as the West continues to unconditionally support Tel Aviv. Ramin Mazaheri, Press TV, Paris.